This is Ford.
All right, guys, welcome to another edition of Ford. Ford means face your debt. Ford is a financial podcast that has been running simultaneously to educate people about money management, how to make money, and how to come out of debt. Today in the studio, we have an amazing lady. I won't talk much about her. She's going to talk about herself, but I think my personal experience with her has been great. She's a forex trader, a speaker, and also managing one of the biggest brokers so far here in Nigeria. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Judith Ene.
Thank you so much. And the hype was more than I expected.
No, that's just how we do it here. You are
Oh, that's
welcome to
very good.
Ford, and here at Ford, we've had a lot of people come to the station, to the studio here, and we've got a lot of knowledge. We interview people across different countries and platforms,
Okay.
and we want to teach the African community what debt is really doing, how poverty is ravaging. We want to an extent see how we could help, let me, reduce the impact of debt in the society. So I'll ask you brief and simple questions. I believe you could give an exciting answers to keep our audience here with us. So
I'm excited
Judith,
already.
once again, you are welcome.
Thank you very
So
much.
first question of the day. I know you are a forex trader, means you are into finances. You basically
Yes.
have had one or two encounter with people who are going through cash constraint or financial problem or debt if possible. Have you ever had any encounter with anybody?
Okay. Forex trading. Let me just start from there.
Okay.
I'm a forex trader. So forex trading is basically foreign exchange. That's
Okay.
exchange of currencies, cryptos, and the likes online. So what we do is majorly educating people on how to get started, how to trade, and
Wow.
how to be independent, creating financial literacy,
Wow.
basically.
Wow.
During the course of this, we get to interact with a lot of people, get to meet different people. And of course, from your question, you were asking if we've met or if I've
Met
met
people who are going
who
through
have
financial.
gone through financial crisis,
Yeah.
or people who are going through financial crisis. That is a definite yes,
Okay.
because some people, we meet them going through financial crisis, and based on what we teach, based
Okay.
on how
Yeah.
the process, they go through all the processes, they are able to come out of it
Whoa.
from the profit they make. Some actually come into the system, and due to greed, they might end up doing something without our knowledge or without our
Whoa.
consent,
Then that will
and
now wipe the
become
entire
in debt.
account.
I've actually met someone that was early this year. He came to the office. The first time I spoke to him, he came to the office. He was like, he was trading somewhere, and the money he was trading over there at a different platform.
Yeah.
He borrowed it from people. It was more like he took money from different people.
Wow.
Based on what he was told.
Mm.
He decided to use it to trade, and he has been making losses. So he has automatically put himself in debt.
Yeah, that's
Do you
yes, that's
understand?
true. That's true.
And first of all, I told him that you're not even supposed to borrow to do this kind of business, because it's going to mess up with your psychology. It's going to mess your trading psychology up.
Wow.
So as a trader, if you are trading with that pressure that you want to pay off people,
Yeah.
you have promised them a percentage.
Too much.
It's not going to turn out fine for you, because by the time you don't meet up to your expectations,
Definitely.
you might decide to overtrade.
Of course.
And by the time you start overtrading, you make more losses than you make profit. Even if you are making profit, it will not be enough,
That's true.
because
That's true.
if you
Because
meet
the
their own
percentage
target,
you've
you
promised
want to
them
meet
is
your
high.
own target
Of course,
too.
that's true.
If I promise you 10% at the end of the month, and I make 10%, I will not be happy, because I want my own share of the profits too.
Yeah.
So that means I'll still want to push more. And by pushing more, I might make
Then-
losses,
yeah,
or I might actually make profits more. But you are over trading, you are not doing the right things. So at
That's
the end
true.
of the day, you might get indebted. So based on what the interaction I had with him, I told him that we follow proper risk management on our own
Wow.
end. So he had to
Start learning
Yes,
afresh.
he had to start learning afresh, learning from the scratch.
Whoa.
At the end of the day, he was able to come out of it, like grow the capital back. So what I told him was that if you are able
Just
to grow
return back their capital.
return the money,
Cancel all these deals
return,
before you kill
yes,
yourself because of
before you kill
profit.
yourself. So if you want to continue, just make sure that you are doing this with your
Your
money.
own
Nobody is going to
capital,
pressure
nothing.
you.
Yeah, I
If you
get.
don't make profit in a month, nobody is
It's
asking you for
because it's your
anything.
money.
It's your money.
Yeah,
If
I
you make
get.
a little loss, you can even take a break. But if you
Now
make
I
a loss
understand
there, you
something,
can't
Judy.
take a break.
I understand that as a lady, I don't
Yeah.
know, we don't have many lady traders.
Yes.
How has it been for you being like the deep in the ocean? You get when there are thousands of guys trading, then all of a sudden, boom, one
Yeah.
lady shows out. She's a forex
So
trader.
it's not been an issue at all, because you just have to interact with the people you see in your network or your community.
Wow.
You get to interact with a lot of males, and the truth is you hardly find females that want to do forex trading,
That's
because
true. That's true.
let me say females are very conservative when it comes to money. Men are
I'm
more
more
likely
Libra.
to take
Yeah.
risk and listen to things like that, and also want to just men are the type of people that want to always have extra sources of income,
That's true. That's
no
true.
matter
You know,
the
they
risk
bought the day
involved.
now. They bought the day.
Yes.
They shoulder everybody. So definitely they would want
Exactly.
another
So
source of income.
that's why you get to see male in a lot of industries that women are not even part of. It's not just forex.
Yeah, it's
There are
true.
other industries where you get to see male
Male more
people
than
more
women.
than female,
I
because
get.
of the risk involved.
That's true. Now, let's say the question of the day, which is like the official question of Ford.
Yes.
Have you ever been in debt? That's the number
I
one question.
love that question. I actually love that question, because I can beat my chest and say no. Never. I have never been
honestly,
in debt.
you see, when people tell me they've never been in debt, I become afraid of them.
Okay.
The first reason
Why?
is that maybe they are not risking it more,
Okay.
or probably they are playing it safe.
Okay.
So on the terms of playing it safe, you can only live an average life. So if you want to do the extraordinary, you should
Yes.
go borrow money from the bank. Go take government money. Take your mama's money.
No, I don't think that's how it works. I don't think that's how it works.
Oh.
I feel like if you have a plan, for yourself, for your
Okay.
finances, how it's going to be, you don't have to actually borrow. It's not like I've never borrowed before.
Okay.
Borrowing is different from being in debt. I think being in
Yeah,
debt
I
means
get.
that you get to collect money from someone and you are not able to pay back.
I
You can't
get.
afford paying back
Ooh.
in a period of time.
That's
Before
true.
I take any step to borrow from you, I already tell you when I'm going to pay you back.
Seriously.
I already create a payment plan.
Today you are not
Yes.
living this. I will give you money. You must owe me from today.
So even if it's in the next 1 week, I don't think I've ever made any borrowing that exceeds a month.
Wow.
Yes, because I'm going to say, okay, this is what is coming in. I know what I'm going to get probably in the next 1 week, in the next 2 weeks, or in the next 1 month. So this is what is going to come in, and this
that's
is I'm
definitely
going
your
to
plans to
borrow
pay back.
according to what I'm expecting.
Wow.
So
wow.
okay, let me give an example in figures now. Let's say I'm expecting 100k. That does not mean I'm going to borrow 100k. I'm going to borrow like 20, 30 to sort out whatever,
Chinekele.
because I can't
You
borrow
playing it so
something
safe.
that
Okay, now let me ask you one question.
at
You
the end
know,
of the day
let's
you can't
say-
pay back.
let's say personally you have not had any debt crisis, because
Yes.
this one that you are being so safe with debt, probably you might not even have the
I
crisis.
don't even borrow from MTN recharge card. Is that bad?
Serious?
I've never done that.
If you can
Never.
avoid MTN borrow, that means
Never.
that means really you are prudent with that. Okay, now let's say, how about your parent? Have you
Okay.
ever experienced something like someone knocking at your dad's door? Chiputo, come outside, I give my money. Have you experienced something like
Yes, I have.
Okay.
In terms of my parents are two different people.
that? Okay.
My dad is someone that actually can borrow and can be in debt. My mom says, I think I got that from my mom.
Oh,
she
we
knows
see.
how to pay back. You know,
I
she
get.
knows how to create a payment plan. So I think I've not been there when something like that has happened before, but I've heard it. You understand? This
Yeah.
kind of side talks that this person came and was demanding for money and all of that. It has happened, especially to
Okay.
my dad because he's a businessman.
So
So sometimes,
psychologically, how did that affect you till you grew up at this stage?
well, it affected my psychology in terms of saying that I'm never going to do that.
Like
I'm never going to borrow to that
I'm
point where
afraid of
someone is
this.
going to start looking for me and telling me that I've exceeded the grace period
Yeah.
and all of that. No,
Or send
it's not
the
going to
text
happen.
message to everybody that you know. They will send a
Yes.
message that say, "Don't do business with this person
There
again.
are
This
specific
person is a
numbers
thief."
that keep calling me and calling me that so person borrowed money. I had to tell them that the person is dead. That we just attended. Yeah, I don't even know the person.
That's savage.
But I had to tell them that this person died last week.
Then you don't
I don't even know him. I'm like, at least after, the person was like, "Are you serious?" I said, "Yes, we attended the burial. So please
Wahala.
don't calling me. He has died." So,
Okay, now let me say second to the last question. I understand you are a forex trader, not just a forex
Yeah.
trader, but also one of the managers at an equity broker.
Yeah.
An equity broker is like a firm, a brokerage firm that allows people deposit money and have access to a third party trading platform,
Yeah.
like an MT4 and MT5.
Yes.
So, well, I don't know. Did you, for once, see the company management or experience debt within the company axis?
Okay, so like you said, it's a brokerage firm. So brokers don't collect money to trade for people.
Okay.
What brokers do basically is just to provide you a platform. It's just like you open a bank account and you deposit money there, you remove money and all of that.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
you are just carrying out transactions there, you are placing trades and everything that has to do with money in terms of the money that comes into the account and goes out. It
Yeah.
all depends on the client, the person that is trading the account. So that can only happen with investment companies that will tell you,
That's
bring
true.
your,
Your
money,
money,
let's say
let's give-
$1,000, we'll give you 10% every month. I can guarantee you that almost all, if not all, the investment companies that we've seen in Nigeria, they've shut down because
That's true.
you can't keep up.
That's
It's
true.
the same thing as you personally collecting money from like 10 people, maybe 10 of your friends that believe in you and telling them that I'm going to give you 10%. You can do that for the first 2-3 months.
Yeah, but
But
it's not
after that,
sustainable.
you can't sustain
That's
it.
true. That's
You
true.
either end up borrowing from other people to service the debts and it will just be like a cycle.
I
So
understand.
as a forex broker, we don't take money from people to trade for them. The only thing we can do is, okay, we can link you to someone that will trade
That
for
can
you.
do that for you.
Yes, but basically it's just because this is Nigeria.
Judy, listen.
Outside Nigeria,
I understand
brokers
that
don't
then.
brokers don't even teach you self.
Oh,
They don't teach you. They're just there. They just exist.
Seriously?
Yes, I'm telling you.
you just come to
our
money
office,
and
our office in Dubai,
yeah.
there is no training room. You can't even.
Seriously?
Yeah, there's no training room. They don't train people over there. It's because it's Nigeria. You have to teach people. You have to tell them, hey, is this is that. You have to take them by the hand and just say, okay, press this, that. That is why things like they feel like, okay, this might be an investment company or this is what
Yeah.
we're supposed to be doing. Normally, we're not even supposed to interface with clients physically. Maybe
Seriously?
over calls based on inquiries and all of that. But physically, we're not even supposed to interface with clients. That's the truth.
Serious. Wow, that's nice. That's nice. I've not known this to this point. All right, Judith, I understand something that most people who don't borrow suffer a lot of borrowing issues. Borrowing
Okay.
issues in the sense that if you give someone your money for them to pay, now wahala, because they understand that you
Well-
are the calm type. After all, you don't like borrowing. They just come take it from you and then go sleep. Have you experienced something like you giving that money to someone and is unable to pay you?
Of course.
I got you there. I knew
Of
definitely it's a place
course,
I will
of
catch you.
my life savings, I will give it to you and you cannot pay me back. It's not fair. It's not nice. People do that a lot. It gets scary and you get very, very skeptical about someone when the person is asking. You don't know who is actually genuinely in need of something.
Yeah.
Yes, so for me, most times I'll just look at the person and I'll be like, can this person actually pay me back? If you cannot pay me back, I'm sorry.
I can't borrow you my money.
The highest thing I can do for you is I can dash you something and say, take, go and look
Chai.
for other people. Because I always tell myself that if I did not exist, this person would survive.
Yeah, but that's true.
If
That's
I did
true.
not exist, because there were times that I was off social media, I was off anything that you can only reach me on call. All these
I
people
get-
existed for up to like
course.
3-4 months. They were existing. They didn't even remember me. Do you
Yeah,
understand?
yeah,
So
yeah.
I always tell myself that. So I try to scrutinize and make sure that anybody I want to give money to, is that I'm dashing you, I'm borrowing someone that I know that this person can pay me back.
Wow.
So that's the thing.
Wow. That's serious. That's serious. You see, most times when people borrow money from you and they understand that you are this type of a calm person, they just go sleep, possibly relax, possibly give you excuses why they are not paying. I know among a lot of people, I'm proud of owning people. No, honestly, if I'm owing you, it's not I'm happy I'm owing
if
you.
If I borrow money to someone, I hardly ask for it. I just ask you, when are you paying me back? If you say in 2 weeks time, I'll give you the date. It is that date I'll chat you up and say what's up. I'm not going to start asking you.
Say I don't have money. What would you do? The person say I don't have money. Come to my house and beat me.
That's where the problem comes in, because I like to plan myself. I like proper planning. So give me a date. The date is what I'll follow, and that's it for me.
I understand that when people need something, most times they can bring all the talk in this world just to get it, and once they have laid hold of it, yeah, stories keep popping up.
They'll be like,
Stories
why are you even
upon
chatting me up like this? I don't understand.
Because of small money. I heard that one man
say
bigger
than it now.
The man say dead bodies will roll because of chickening money that is owing somebody.
Yes. The next thing you're hearing is you're bigger than it, you're bigger than this, you're bigger than this.
Well, I know the society we live in, I mean, things are changing, people are different, views are different, and the way people manage their money, the way people recognize money is different in different countries. As in other countries, debt is actually money for them. The government is using a credit system that works. But down here in our country, you have to pay almost outrightly for everything you use.
You know, it's very, very funny how Nigerians go over there and start complaining about the credit system. And here we are still complaining about the debit system. Over there, it's very, very insane that you cannot pay for something outright. You can't pay for something outright. Even if you have the money in full, you will be investigated if you pay outright. That's very crazy. But here, you have to pay. If not, Pampe will come
after you.
So, Nigeria is a very, very big country. We have over 213 million Nigerians. And from statistics that's gotten from CBN, 23%, over 23% of Nigerians owe money. That's all loans. I've taken loans. So that's a very, very high percentage. If you calculate it, you see that it's over 51 million people.
Seriously, my name is there. I'm among those people, honestly.
Do you know what it means for 51 million people in this country? That's aside from the debt that Nigeria is owing, which is up to 77 trillion. That's 77 trillion. Yeah. So, do you know how it is for Nigerians, 51 million people? If you gather 51 million people in a
space
state,
don't go there.
You can't even feel. So imagine that kind of thing. The system in Nigeria, for me, I can say it's fair. It's okay because it allows you to live debt free if you want to.
Okay.
Unlike the credit system, system is very, very difficult for you to be debt free. Even if you are buying something that is £500 and you have £500, they'll tell you to pay £5 per month or £10. So it means that you are still owing the system.
Yes.
So if anything major happens to you and you cannot pay that for that particular month, it's a problem. They might even take it from you, even if you have done up to like 40% of the payment. So for the Nigerian system, it actually allows a lot of people to live debt free.
All right, viewers all over the world, this is Judith in the studio live here with us at Ford, and it's incredible hearing from her depth of knowledge and experience in finances. Ladies and gentlemen, Judith, before you leave, I will ask you one more question. Then we're going to throw in our giveaways for the week and our program, our child care program, which is a We Care Foundation, is still up, and we're doing a whole lot of stuff almost every day, guys. So, Judith, thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for having
And
me here.
finally, this one is a personal
Let's hear
question
it.
from me.
Okay.
If, for instance, you happen to get a guy
Yeah.
or your husband is the type that is not afraid of borrowing,
Okay.
how do you compatibly live with a man who is so bold to borrow money like me?
I can tell you that it's definitely going to be very, very difficult. That's something
Okay.
that's something that we'll have to talk about, because if he borrows a lot, I have to understand the reasons why he's borrowing, because I know that there are different people borrow for different reasons. So you can borrow because you want to invest, you want to put money somewhere that can actually yield profit from you. You want to start a business, you want to push your business further.
Yeah.
You can borrow just because you want to eat, or maybe you want to buy a car, or you want to buy something that is not really an asset.
Yeah.
It's more of a liability.
That's
So
true.
if you keep piling up those liabilities and it's affecting the home, it's something that we definitely have to talk about, and you have to reduce it or stop it if possible.
Wow.
It's not something that you can stop just like that, because you're already addicted to it. Anything that someone is addicted to, there
becomes
has
real hard.
there has to be a gradual withdrawal
Yeah.
process from that. So if you were borrowing 10 million before, you reduce it to 5.
Okay.
Then after 5, you reduce it to 2. That's how
After
you
2.
you start.
When
you
the 1
gradually-
million naira you are borrowing is no longer enough.
you reduce it to 500,000.
Let go gree.
So you will start seeing that at some point. You start seeing that, okay, I actually borrowed 5M and it was okay. Then when you get to 2,
oh.
you will leave. You understand? You start adjusting your life based on. Then finally you get to the point where you will just be fixated on the funds that you have at hand. You don't have to keep looking outside, except it's a major business deal. Except it's major, because contracts can come. You
will need some cash
finance to
boost
actually execute contracts.
Yeah.
So if those things come up, it's reasonable to borrow. But
Okay.
if it's not a reasonable thing, I don't see why you would keep borrowing and keeping. You're not just keeping yourself indebted, you're also keeping me indebted. Because if you cannot pay at the end of the day,
The entire
bad as
family
it bad,
is
they
in
will hit
jeopardy.
me, and I will bring
Yeah.
out something. Even if it's not 100%, but at
you
least
just drag
that's
your
down.
last savings.
Yeah.
And I know you, the day you bring your last savings, nobody will hear word in the house.
So it's definitely something that will be worked on.
Oh, it's fine. All right, guys. Thank you so much, Judith.
Thank you very
I
much,
really
too.
appreciate your presence in the studio. So, guys, thank you so much for this exciting session.
Thank
I
you
look
very
forward
much.
to hosting the beautiful young lady again.
I look
But,
forward to being here.
Sure. So, guys, this is the Ford Show. Ford, face your debt. Go pay that debt right away. See you in the next session. Thank you. Like, share, and subscribe to this channel. We do this again. Same time, same station. Goodbye.